أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Allah states in the Holy Quran in Surah Baqarah, "And do not say about those who are killed in the way of Allah, they are dead. Rather, they are alive, but you perceive it not. And we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits. But give good tidings to the patient ones, who when disaster strikes them say, 'Indeed, we belong to Allah, and indeed to Him we will return.'" Imagine for a moment as a parent sitting on the cold, bare earth, helpless, crumbling, completely broken. In a deteriorating tent in the dark, clutching your trembling, feeble children. You can hear their gut-wrenching wailing, their agonizing screams as they cry themselves to sleep in hunger again. The latest toll stands at 33,300 dead, 75,000 injured, 2 million displaced, 8,000 missing. These are not mere numbers. Each number represents a parent, a child, a grandparent, a friend. What if this was your land, your home, your child? What if it was you? Gaza, the once open-air prison, has now become a mass graveyard to thousands and thousands of innocent civilians. As the world silently watches, while the so-called leaders continue to support the Zionist Israeli regime. Children have been starved to death, orphaned, amputated, and killed at an unprecedented scale. This, my brothers and sisters, is an intentional, organized, designed, systematic genocide. Placing Gaza under a hermetic closure, blocking off all access to food, water, medicine, fuel, electricity, and other basic necessities, resulting in people dying of starvation and disease. A humanitarian crisis growing worse by every passing second. While the Israeli regime blatantly continues to violate international law, as seen in the most recent attack on the Iranian consulate in Syria, so-called Muslim leaders shamelessly continue to sit silent while Israel savagely carries out attacks in hospitals and schools with all forms of financial, military, and political support from the U.S. administration. For decades, the U.S. has offered unconditional support to Israel with zero accountability, providing $3.8 billion in military aid to Israel every year. And Genocide Joe promising to send another $14.3 billion to support Israel's mass killings. You know, I wonder, Joe, how do you expect to face your Lord when you have the blood of thousands of innocent men, women, and children on your hands? And what rich Arab American heritage is your White House even honoring this month while you choose to annihilate an entire Arab population? There is no honor in genocide, Joe. And what can we say about the inept, double-dealing United Nations Security Council? A body supposedly tasked with maintaining international peace and security, protection and justice, It has lost all credibility and shown once again that it is nothing but a pathetic joke. How can you do anything to prevent further Israeli crimes and aggression when your own UN Human Rights Council is home to several countries that are still practicing slavery today? The crimes of our sanctimonious government in assisting the genocide are so wicked and shameful that Aaron Bushnell, an active duty member of the US Air Force, set himself ablaze in front of the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. as a final act of defiance against the genocide in Gaza. His last words, spoken in excruciating pain, were "Free Palestine." He proclaimed, "I will not be complicit in genocide." His voice expressed the sentiments of millions of Americans who are disgusted and appalled by the hypocrisy of our government. And you know what's funny is, not a single major news outlet even bothered to mention the words Palestine or Gaza or genocide in their headlines, blatantly ignoring the entire reasoning behind Bushnell's protest. What are you so afraid of? We want our representatives to know we will not tolerate them stealing a single penny of our tax dollars to send to this bloodthirsty apartheid state. We demand an immediate and permanent ceasefire now. We demand the immediate release and safety of all Palestinians held captive in Israeli prisons. Let us remember and pray for our brothers and sisters in Gaza who observed this sacred month of Ramadan in the most unimaginable circumstances. Their suhoor consists of bombs and bullets, and their iftar includes blood and tears. Surrounded by the bodies of whom they once held close, they perform salah in mosques of rubble in the shade of missiles and fighter jets. May Allah grant them relief and ease their suffering for the sake of His beloved Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.